Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Emily's Fancy European Vlog. Uh, as you can see, I contracted a little bit of a cold, which is fine. It happens. Whatever. It happens to me like every other week, though, so that's annoying. I'm holding Lechuga in this video for moral support. My pal. So, as many of you know, this past weekend, I took a little trip to Dublin, Ireland, which was just amazing. It was really phenomenal. And so today I just kind of want to talk about it a little bit. Wow. I had some trouble getting there, meaning I took the wrong train twice, booked the wrong flight, eventually got to Dublin, which was good. I stayed in a hostel, which was a new experience for me. It was very cool, but it was very strange. I shared a bedroom with 11 people. There were 12 of us in there, which was weird, but it was cool. It was $100 to stay there for 4 days, so that's fine with me. I honestly don't know what to say about Dublin other than it's amazing. It was a beautiful city. Everything about it was just so cool. There was so much history there that I really honestly didn't even know was there. Like Oscar Wilde's birthplace, the place where Oscar Wilde and James Joyce and Jonathan Swift all went to college. The place where Bram Stoker got married? Like, what? So I was really nerding out the whole time. It was very cool. It was a very good trip for me. And being by myself kind of was cool because I got to just do what I wanted. One of my favorite things that I did was go to Glasnevin Cemetery, which is the largest cemetery in Ireland. And I just kind of walked around and just, wow, it was beautiful. I saw a lot of really familiar names that my friends and family have. So it was cool to see some older like Duffys and Doyles and all kinds of stuff. It was very cool. Additionally, tacked onto that, I have kind of a funny story. Inside Glasnevin Cemetery, or like inside the cemetery but just outside the actual graveyards, is the Gravediggers Pub, which is the oldest family-owned pub in Ireland. And it was this tiny little hole-in-the-wall place. It was beautiful. It was really cool. And so I kind of was like, I gotta go there. So I ended up going there and getting a Guinness because what else do you drink in Ireland? And I was sitting at this table by myself, and these two super old men, they honestly had to be in their 70s, were there at the bar, drinking their Guinness, laughing away, and one of them said something. I don't remember what got us talking. They said something to me, and it was about the Guinness. They asked if I liked it, and I said, yeah, I really do. It's really delicious, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as anyone hears my accent here, they go, oh, you're American? Which, yes. So these men started asking, they were like, is it okay with you if we, like, sit down with you and chat? Like, it's okay if you're uncomfortable. We just really like talking to tourists and giving them some information. So I was like, yeah, of course. And so I sat and had a drink with these super old dudes who told me all kinds of stuff about Dublin. It was really awesome. And we got to talking about a lot of stuff. This story I haven't told a lot of people because I was saving it for this vlog, but we actually got to talking about the dead. We were in a cemetery, so naturally that would happen. And I started talking about my papa, Dennis, and just talking about how he was such a cool dude and how he was awesome. And these two old dudes were like, well, we gotta toast to him. He sounds amazing. Like, I'm sure he'd love to know you're having a drink for him. So this old man stood up on this bench and yelled to everyone, like, just yelled in this bar like it was okay. And he goes, all right, everyone, like, we're gonna raise a glass to Dennis. And everyone in the bar just started going, like, to Dennis, yeah, Dennis. And it was very beautiful. It was very cool for me, I guess. It was cool. So that was one of my favorite parts of this trip. I also saw the National Gallery of Ireland Art Museum, which was amazing. Such a cool collection. And the American Writers Museum, also a very cool collection of artifacts. My my second night there, I actually got to meet up with Megan and Al Duffy, who are my friends from back home. Shout out to the Duffys. Hello, miss you. It's their cousins, and so these people are wonderful. They're so much fun, and they took me to all kinds of really cool bars, and just kind of walked me around the neighborhood parts of the city and told me really cool stuff. And just being in Ireland was very cool, for me at least, because I know a lot of my family history has come from there. And a lot of my friends are very Irish. So being able to be somewhere where there's so much history about so many people I care about is just everywhere. It was a very good experience. It was awesome. The first place actually after I got off the bus, or got off the plane onto a bus, the first stop we hit was O'Connell Street, and I was like, my friend, because of Ryan and his family. But all in all, it was amazing. It was so much fun, and I took a lot of pictures, as many as I could. I didn't do a lot of vlogging because I didn't want to be like that tourist on the whatever, but I did get to take, which I normally wouldn't have done, because I'm not really into all that big tourist attraction stuff, but I took a bus tour. I got like a pass for 2 days with this thing I bought. And so basically my transportation for the weekend was this double-decker bus tour. So every morning I would get up, I'd walk to the stop, get up on this bus, and just ride around Dublin. And we would be driving and someone would go, oh, yep, and that's where Oscar Wilde was born. Oh, yeah, here, that's where Jonathan Swift founded the biggest mental institution in Ireland at this time. And it was just, it was so cool. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened. I went to the tour of the Guinness storehouse, which was wonderful. I had my first Guinness ever, actually. I realized that I've never had Guinness before. And so I think that was a good place to have my first one. I love Lechuga. Look at him. Holding Lechuga makes me miss Dodger, because Dodger is like this size. I miss Dodger a lot. So that's really the most of what I did in Dublin, is because most of everything else that I did was just kind of walking around and getting lost and finding new stuff to do, which was so much fun and so cool. I love it. I love being able to travel out here. My next trip is actually this weekend. I'm going to London, which is just a little train ride, to visit my friend Swan. Shout out Swan. And we're planning some trips together. Swan is a friend of mine from DePaul. I met her through our poetry society, and she's amazing. So we're going to Amsterdam, Berlin, Scotland. We're going to a bunch of places. But first I'm going to London. She's going to show me around. So I'll probably vlog a lot because she's obnoxious like me. So we will be obnoxious together. Before I went to Dublin, I had a really crazy evening. The night before I went to Dublin was the Sheffield University Theatre Company's bar crawl, which even though I'm not in any of their shows, they invited me to, so I was like, yeah, I'll go. Sorry, sick again. But so I went to this bar crawl, and it was a 3-legged pub crawl. So we all had to be tied to somebody, which was very strange. But I was like, our wrists were tied together with ribbon the whole night. And I was tied to this boy named Kane. He was the tech officer of Sutco, and he was super nice. He was super cool, introduced me to everybody. And I also got to meet a lot of other newbies, got to go to all the coolest bars in town. It was so much fun. And I honestly know already that I'm just making such great friends here, which is a cool feeling. The coolest part of that evening, which I don't know if she's on here, but a couple weeks back, like one of my first days here, I saw this girl on the bus. And, sorry, I saw this girl on the bus with this adorable dog, and so I turned around and told her, like, oh, your dog's so cute, and we had, like, a little chit-chat, and then we ended up talking for, like, 20-something minutes, I got off the bus and like neither of us got each other's information, which was sad. And I was like, man, I'm never gonna see this girl again. Well, the last stop of the bar crawl, there she was. And so I was very nervous to talk to her. She was super cool. So I went up to her and was like, hi, sorry, this is weird. Do you have a small dog named Wolfgang? And this girl turns around and goes, oh my god, you're the American! You're from Chicago! I was like, yeah, that's me. um, Turns out her name is also Emily, which is funny. She likes all the stuff I like it's very strange how much we have in common. But it was crazy because she even told me, she goes, after you got off the bus, like I was talking to my boyfriend and I said, oh, I should have got her Facebook. I was too nervous. And so we have each other's Facebook now. It was just so funny and so serendipitous that this person who I really connected with, I was like, man, this girl could be my friend. Never thought I was going to see her again. Saw her again. It was very cool. That's kind of how Sheffield is. Sheffield is very small. It's, I love it here. But that was my fun weekend. Now I'm sick, probably because of the hostel, because I think everyone else in my room was sick. Yeah. So I'm sick. I'm getting better. I have a big day of classes tomorrow. Wednesday's my biggest class day. And then this weekend I go to London. So that's really it. That's really all I have to say. I just kind of wanted to give a little update. I bought a lot of postcards this trip, so for all of you following my postcard project, those are fun. More are coming. Molly has gotten the first postcard. Now that she has it, I can tell you. The first postcard that I actually bought for my postcard project, for those of you who don't know, I really wanted to buy people presents on this trip because I just have so many people that I care about and want to keep in touch with, but that's financially not doable, and also, like, I couldn't transport them. So I wanted to send all my friends postcards. And so, Molly's postcard that I found was a 3D dinosaur postcard from the Tropical Butterfly House that I went to a week or two ago. And it just reminded me so much of Molly because it was so fun and quirky and like cool. It reminded me so much of Molly. And so I got her this postcard of this 3D like T-Rex, and she finally received it, which was cool. There are a couple other ones out in the mail, so if you're part of the postcard project, watch your mail. If you want to be a part of the postcard project, let me know and I'll send you a postcard from somewhere that I think you would enjoy. If you're part of my family, you're already involved in it, but I got your addresses from Paula G, so you're all getting postcards anyway, but it'll be on the low key. Well, I think that is just about it. I miss all my pals back home, all my fam back home, especially Dodger. I miss you, Dodger. I miss everybody, and I hope you're all doing well. Lechuga says the same. He hopes you're all doing well. And I'm gonna go make some dinner and hopefully not be sick in the morning. Goodbye!